City.
Good morning!
I just posted in Facebook a few hours ago a photo of this place wherein all the seats are empty. And it reminded me of a photo I took 3 years ago when I attended my first leadership training seminar in Singapore Expo. When I saw that photo, I see empty seats, but I cannot count them because there's so many that you can no longer see the person standing at the back. So deep in my heart, I was telling myself, I wish if I could just bring this to the Philippines. If I could just bring this to the Philippines. Imagine if these are all my leaders.
Wow! Yes!
So after that, I paused for a moment, and then I heard in my mind, welcome to the big leagues. Welcome to Leeway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leeway. Our journey in Leeway started out when somebody promoted us something that we all want. Do you agree?
Yes!
Remember the first person who contacted you. The first person who messaged you in Facebook, in WeChat, the first person who knocked at your door, and the first person for me was my passenger.
Yes!
I was really hard up during that time, ladies and gentlemen. Barely, I don't have a bank account. It's been, I don't know, it's been so long since I haven't done a withdrawal in the ATM machine. Because I don't have any bank account. I was really broke. And I drive a taxi now, here in Davao City. So the person who invited me was a stranger. But because I really need a passenger, so that's why I offered my services. And that person is no other than our teammate mga Sebas Miserere. So, how did it all start? Now, my topic this afternoon is somewhat very important that all of us should learn from this. Everyone, if you want to become successful in living, you have to learn this law, this principle, this rule, so that we can become effective railway distributors. Okay? So when I first asked him, "Are you a businessman?" And he said, "Yes, I am a businessman." So he showed me his business card. Every businessman has a business card, right?
Yes.
So when I saw his business card, I read reverse aging. So, ladies and gentlemen, who among us here doesn't want to look young? Okay, everybody is listening. Because if I see hands raising, meaning that you're sleeping. Everyone wants to look young, right?
Yes!
5 to 10 years younger?
Yes!
15 years younger?
Yes!
So I asked him, what is your business? So he said, well, I'm in the industry of, making people healthy, making people young. Said. So I asked him, is this reverse aging statement true? And he said, yes. And then I asked again, do you have a product? Yes, I have a product. And then I asked him, is this network marketing? And he said, yes, it's network marketing. And that moment, ladies and gentlemen, my heart started to pump. And I said, please tell me what it is. I want to know. And that moment, he invited me to go to Panabo City to attend an event. OPP. We call it OPP, Opportunity Product Presentation. So because of that, I attended and I saw it was really a very good opportunity. Because number one, when I arrived in the venue, there were so many seats, but nobody's there. Nobody was around. So I started to sit at the front. Of course, as usual, there is food, but I don't even think of getting one piece of barbecue. Because I was afraid if I get one barbecue, he will charge me. Or he will let me sign up. So I just sat there and he said, have you taken your dinner? I said, no. Yes, I have. I'm already full. He said, I'll just take it because the food is already paid. So that moment, I cannot help because I don't have dinner. I took the opportunity. So later on, when the presentation is about to start, I tried to look at my back. And there were only 2 people at my back. So there were only 3 of us who came to that event. And in my mind, two things came up. Number one, in my mind, do they really know what they're doing? Because of all, if it's network marketing, it should be a lot of people. And they should have done it in Davao City. But why in Panabo City? Why? So I started to think. And then, on the other side, I also thought, maybe this company is just so new. Maybe this company has just started. And that evening, ladies and gentlemen, I chose to believe that this company is very new. So I made the right choice. I said yes to you. So my next hurdle was that I don't have any money to start with. As many have shared my story, I asked my wife to own her laptop just to get started with one bottle of water, 5th edition. But when Raymond and I started to part ways, because he needs to go back to Manila, I asked him, do you have an empty bottle? And he says, no empty bottle. Instead, he left me with a few brochures and a OPP booklet, one pair of OPP booklets. So I have no money. I don't have any product to show. I only have an OPP booklet, and I don't know how to present it because I don't want to get wrong. Because Raymond told me, just take a product, learn the business, and be your company. So I didn't bother doing explanation on what about the product or anything because I was waiting for Raymond to come because I don't want to get wrong. But what I did is that I used a very proven and tested technique on how to jumpstart your business. And that is what we call ABC rule. So, in my mind, we have a very powerful product. Do you agree?
Yes.
My thoughts exactly is, how can I bring this product to the people? How can I bring this product to the market? That is the challenge. Now during that time, I was really hard up. People already branded me as a network marketer who failed a lot. How do you define it? Well, let's put it this way. If you log into Facebook, all of your friends log out. That is my status 3 years ago. So it was really hard. But in my mind, I have to win the market. I have to have people that can help me share this product to the market. And in my mind, I only have one person. And that is one of my business partners who used to work in a government agency and is also into network marketing. And that is the person I really want to join me. Very clear in my mind. But the problem is, that person is earning and I am not. Because she is doing another networking company. And she has been inviting me to join her. But I always say no. Cannot be done. Why? Because her product is weight loss. So for me, I think I just passed. I just passed. So, if I invite her, I believe she would say no. She earns more than me. I earn nothing. She has a good car. I don't have. I'm driving a taxi. So I said, wow, but I have to have her. So what I did is I look for somebody who can influence her. And so that somebody I can influence also. So how did I influence that person? The bridge, the middle person. By the way, ABC rule stands for advisor, bridge, and client. I have to find that bridge. And that bridge, how do I reach him? That person also don't have income. Well, he was broke, but I know that this person can influence the person that I want in trading. So what I said, brother, I have a company. Don't be discouraged. I have a new company. It's very good. And he says, what is the product? Stem cells. Oh, explain it to me. I don't know. How can you present if you don't know? I just joined. He said, what's the marketing plan? I don't know. What kind of business is that? You don't know. Just come and listen, because my upline will go back, and you know what? I share his story. I share my upline story. He underwent heart attack 4 times, and exactly the testimony that my upline shared with me. But again, he says, I also have other products that is also as good as that. So what did I say? You know our friend, this lady? He says, yeah. Actually, I haven't spoken to her. So my friend says, really? You haven't spoken to that person? Yes. You must bring her in so that you will be first. So what he did, double time, he invited the person that I want to be in. And true enough, when Raymond Tong went back to Davao, the 3 of us met and said, what are you doing here? He said, Huh? Who invited you? He said, this guy invited me. So, now let's join. And then when it was all explained, they said, okay, we're going to do relay. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, how it all started. It all started inspiring people and helping them see what they should see. Okay, so let me go back to this ABC rule. ABC stands for advisor, bridge, and client. Normally, as a client, you really don't have nothing to do but to listen and to decide. It is more on the bridge and the advisor that really does the work, right? Now, these two, advisor and the bridge, are you and me. You and me. So, if I have a prospect or a client and I want to bring him in, then I am the bridge. Okay? I am the bridge. But of course, most of the time, our prospects don't easily believe on us. Do you agree on that?
Yes.
Especially those who are very close to us, they don't believe in us easily because all they see are our failures. They know us too much familiarity. And they say, no, hindi done, maybe, or what. So we need somebody to help us influence our prospect. Do you agree?
Yes.
And that somebody is our advisor. Alright. So, meaning to say, if I am a prospect, then I am a bridge. Now, what does a bridge do? As a bridge, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the structure of a bridge can help cross objects from one side to the other. Do you agree?
Yes.
Some bridge can help cross 1 ton of load. Some bridges can cross 100 tons. Some bridges can even move or even more than that. And in railway, that capacity to move one load to another is what we call trust. The stronger the trust of your prospect on you, is the better chances that you can close that person. If the person don't trust you at all, then you will have a very hard time. And that is when an advisor can help us a lot. So, as a bridge, if I have a prospect, number one, I should have my advisor help me. Okay? I need to help my advisor help me close my prospect. How do I do that? I need to do some research. Normally, I use this format. We call this FORM. F stands for family. Family information of your prospect. Now, some prospects have a rich information you can find in social media. Do you agree? Even when just looking at the Facebook, this person is married. This person has family. This person has been abroad. This person. You can already search that. But it is very important that you do your homework. Of course, don't let your advisor do the homework for you. That is the role of a bridge. Now, why is it important? We need to know this information to effectively convey the message that we want our prospect to receive. Because if we don't know the prospect, then don't even bother sharing. Because, for example, in your research, you find out that this prospect has a family of diabetes. His mother has diabetes, his father has diabetes. But you don't know that. And you're, all the while, you were talking all about cancer. But she's not interested in cancer, she's interested in diabetes. Now you miss the point. If you want to be effective, you need to learn what your client wants and what your client needs. At the end of the day, people don't buy if they don't want to buy. Do you agree?
Yes.
You can sell me anything, but as long as I don't want to buy, even if you just say give me for free, I won't even take it because I really don't want it. I really don't need it. But if you show me something that I really want and I really need, then maybe you can help me decide to go for it. Do you agree?
Yes.
Alright. So, family information is very important because some prospects or different prospects have different needs. Example, if you have a prospect who's a working student, she needs to work because her mom is sick, his father is already dead. So she's the one who's helping the family survive. Meaning to say, you can address what she needs by offering a good opportunity, a good platform every way. Now, family also, wow, this prospect is a housewife. Her husband works overseas. Imagine, if the husband only had twice a year to go home, do you think they feel lonely?
Yes.
Do you think that the housewife would want to have an idea on how can they create income wherein the husband need not to go abroad? Do you agree?
Yes.
If you can show them a way, maybe she will join you. Alright? Another thing, occupation and organization. Example, your prospect is a doctor. Alright? It's like we all have a lot of doctors here. So, if you know that your prospect is a doctor, then maybe during the meeting, you can look for members who are also doctors and help them, communicate, relay information, exchange experiences. Example, another thing. If your prospect is a teacher, then I suggest that you get my wife's number and let my wife talk to your prospect so she can inspire because she's a teacher for 20 years. Maybe she can help her decide why to do Leeway, why to do it part-time, or why to do it full-time. It's very important that we need to relate on what level your prospect is. Next, recreation. Well, one thing, if my prospect is a basketball player or a basketball fanatic, then I know one person in mind that that can help me. And that is no other than our coach, Michael Vincent Loreno.
Yes.
Why? Because he had experience in basketball. And he also had experience playing basketball in other countries. So, if I get to meet these two, maybe Michael can help me close my prospect. Alright?
Yes.
Next, money or motivation. Motivation that is your ultimate target. What motivates your client to decide? What motivates your client to decide? Some of the clients will just say, okay, nice, yeah. But they're not motivated. Because you are not hitting the right spot. You are not hitting the point where they are interested. But if you know what motivates them, why did I do Leeway? What motivated me? Number one, I was motivated because I have this opportunity to change my life. If Raymond was just talking about portier, then probably I would say no. But when he showed me, look, if you do this, Leeway has the platform that can allow you to change your life and give better life to your family. Is that something that I want?
Yes.
Yes. So because of that, I was able to decide, wow, I need to do this. Because if I don't do this, then my platform is only a four-wheel taxi. And that's not a good platform. So I tried to do Leeway. So another thing is the money part. Well, actually, this is one of the most common hurdle. Especially if you already finish your presentation and then you ask, what do you want? You want one bottle? 1 cent? And I said, no money. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? If your problem is money, or can be solved by money, actually you have no problem.
Yes.
Because money can be found. Right?
Yes.
The only problem is that those problems that cannot be solved by money. Like health. No amount of money can solve health. Another thing, wrong attitude, wrong mindset. No amount of money can buy good attitude. If the person has really bad attitude, or wrong attitude towards doing things, he really cannot succeed. No amount of money can do that. No ambition. No amount of money can buy an ambition. You have to have it. So, knowing all of this information, you need to gather this and tell it to your advisor. Okay? Don't get your advisor on a surprise attack, you know? Like your advisor or your upline just arrived in the office and then, upline! This is my prospect! And then the upline says, oh yeah. There's no idea who's that person. So if you do your homework and you are planning to introduce your prospect to your upline, you have to tell your upline, this is my prospect. He's 27 years old. He works in overseas, but now he's in the Philippines. He really wants to find a very good opportunity here because he doesn't want to leave his 2 kids. Wow! He works overseas. He's now in the Philippines. He has money, right?
Yes.
Of course, naman, di ba? He has money, he has income. Next, he doesn't want to leave his kids. Meaning he's married, and his motivation is his kids. His kids. Meaning, if I'm the upline, I would try to present Leeway as a solution that he doesn't need to go abroad just for the kids because the Leeway platform is more than enough to help him generate enough funds and finances for his family. And if I did that, then maybe that person will join us. That person will join me. Okay? Now, meaning to say, the bridge has a very important role in doing this ABC cycle. So, when the bridge already give the information to the client, the information to the advisor, what information should the bridge also give to the client? Because you have to give information both. So first, the bridge must tee up. Alright? Tee up or edify his advisor, his upline to the client. Not the other way around. You don't tee up the prospect or the client to your advisor. It must be the advisor, must be tee up. So how do you tee up? Sometimes you have to know, you really have to know the background of your prospect. Example, if your prospect is a successful businessman, is also earning 7 figures every month, and then you don't know that, and then you tell your prospect, you know, my upline is very hardworking. He earns 100,000 a month. So what will your prospect say? Okay, he's earning 100,000, I'm earning 10 million a month. So why should I listen? Because the bridge didn't do his homework. So if the prospect, you say, this prospect is earning very good, what does he don't have? Okay? What does he doesn't have? So, yes, he's earning good, but he has no time for his family. Because he's so busy watching the business, no time for his family. So, when you tee up the upline, he says, you know, my upline is also a businessman like me. He's also very focused, and he has no time for his family. But you know, when he started to do Greenway, he was able to leverage on the platform wherein not only he was able to replace his traditional income with a residual income, and today he has more time spending with his family than before. Look at this picture. This is how they spend their vacation in Tokyo. This is how they spend their vacation in Singapore and Thailand. And then the client will also decide, wow, if I could only have that, tell me what it is. And that will motivate him to listen and to look up to your advisor. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So next thing is, when the advisor and the client are already about to meet, okay, both already know that the advisor is a hardworking person, like a businessman, is also doing good just like me, and then, but has more time with the family than me. I like that. He travels a lot than me. I like that. So, I am looking forward to look at the advisor, to meet the advisor. Now, when the advisor already come, it's already there, sit down, what does the bridge do? He already did his homework, he already advised the advisor and the client. What does the bridge do? The bridge will sit down and close his mouth. Okay?
Yes.
Because oftentimes, when the advisor is there, sometimes the bridge is so excited that the advisor cannot speak anymore. Because the bridge is so presenting. Look, and that. And then the advisor, it's just like the advisor is there, okay, when can I speak? Because the bridge is so excited. Alright? So, meaning that the bridge must sit down and observe. Listen closely. How will my upline close my prospect? Take notes, observe. That is why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth and 2 eyes. Because we need to observe more, talk less. Do you agree?
Yes.
So, now that the advisor is already there, sitting down, introduced already. Now the advisor also needs to tee up the bridge. So how does an advisor clean up the bridge? He will tell the client, sir, you are very lucky because this gentleman is your sponsor. He's very hardworking. And you know what? In the past few months in Leeway, he's working and is achieving results, and he's one of the fastest builder in the group. You have to listen to him. So the advisor must tee up the bridge. Not the other way around, like you say, okay, so this gentleman invited you, you better contact me directly. So the bridge is already out of the picture. No, you have to tee up. You have to establish respect in the prospect towards the bridge. Why is that? Because we are thinking long term. Yes. We need to edify our fellow distributors.
Yes.
Okay? So that way we can work together, even if it's not your upline. Even if it's a cross line, you can also help. You can also help. Even if it's a cross line, it's a down line, it can help. Why? Maybe you cannot close the person, you cannot close your prospect, but the testimony of your cross line will help him decide. Of course, as a cross line, we should help them because we want to help. Alright, no hidden agenda like this. Okay, you contact me when you decide. And then, where is my prospect? It's already on the other line. No, we don't do that. Right?
Yes.
We have to do it right, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because Leeway is built on a foundation of integrity.
Yes.
And how can you represent Leeway if you yourself is violating this foundation of integrity?
Yes.
Correct.
So we have to be examples. Even if you still don't have a rank, and you want to build your success here, you have to have the integrity to help people no matter what. Even if it doesn't pay you anything. You just have help enough people. Alright, so when I started, I don't have a battle. I don't have any stocks to show. I don't even have the account yet. So I don't have the website to show that this company is already paying. But what I can use is that I can use this ABC rule to bring people to take a look at this wonderful opportunity, to take a look at Leeway. And it's because of trust that we were able to establish a team in the shortest possible time. So, what are other forms of advisors? Could be your upline, could be your cross line, a downline, or could be something like a tool, a magazine. Do you know that Leeway is spending so much to publish a very nice looking magazine? What is that for? Just for decoration? It is for us to help us magnify and show to our prospect that look, Leeway was able to change the lives of these people. Ladies and gentlemen, never miss an opportunity to attend a Leeway event because it is when you start to attend a Leeway event that you meet all these people in the magazine. And then you ask them, how did you start? What did you do? How come you were able to build your business in Daily? You get all this information, you get all this